let's talk about transportation. Number one, should you buy an electric vehicle and move to Wyoming? No. No, that I just don't see very many charging stations. I mean, the only place I can think of that even has charging stations is a Hampton Inn over in Gillette. I haven't seen them anywhere else. I'm sure they exist, but because I don't drive an electric vehicle, I'm not really looking for them. I just remember seeing those when they got put in, and I was like, what are those? They're supposedly everywhere. I don't see them. I don't see them. And here you are driving a long distance between towns. Do you really want to run out of gas? Well, electricity? No, you don't. That would be really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing when you have to pull out that gas generator from the trunk to run your car. So anyway, you don't want to do that. So do you need a 4-wheel drive to live in Wyoming? Do you have to? No. Should you? Yeah. Yeah, you really should have a 4-wheel drive. At the least you should have a front wheel drive. Rear wheel drives, like on sports cars or older vehicles, not gonna work so great on the ice and the snow. If you're coming from a cold weather climate, you already know that anyway. But we don't use salt on the roads. I don't know if there's other places like down towards Cheyenne if they're using salt, but we don't. Up here, it's all just sand. They'll put sand on the roads. They'll plow the roads, but yeah, they're just using sand. So no salt. So guess what that means? That means our cars don't rust out like they do in like Michigan. I mean, in Michigan, everybody's cars are rusting out just in a couple of years. You don't see that kind of rust on cars. You don't see like holes rusting through here. The cars, they stay in pretty good condition because we don't use the salt. So there is actually a YDOT app that you can put on your phone, and it's free, and it's pretty cool. I think it's called Wyoming 511. I think it's 511. It'll show you road conditions, and it also has the cameras so you can see the highways and the interstates and look for yourself. But they have a system of, they'll show the road is green if it's all good, yellow if it's getting a little iffy, orange it's a little more than iffy, and red if it's closed. Don't you dare drive on it or you're going to get a fine. And so that'll show all the state highways and the interstates. You really can't live in Wyoming without that in the winter. Unless you just like making wild goose chases to the road and you're like, oops, it's closed, can't take it. So the other type of course, we don't have any traveling by ships or boat in this state. That's not happening. No navigatable rivers as far as I'm aware. But obviously, we do like to use airplanes. There's a few airports. So there's an airport in Sheridan and Gillette, Riverton, Cody, Jackson, Casper, Cheyenne, Rock Springs. I don't know that there's an airport where like United or Delta or any of those bigger airlines flies into other than those locations. So if you need to get far away frequently, you might want to take that into consideration. That you are near a bigger airport. A lot of times when I'm looking to fly, I will price tickets out of Billings, Sheridan, Gillette, Casper. Casper's usually a lot higher than Gillette, and Gillette usually beats all of those locations, quite honestly. Plus, Gillette has free parking. Tip. So does Sheridan. Tip. Free parking at the airport. You got to pay in Casper and in Billings. But yeah, most of the time though, I just drive down to Denver. It's $8 a day to park your car down there, take the little park and ride to the airport, and the parking lot is secured. I don't worry about my truck. I've never had an issue. I've parked there a million times. And from Buffalo, it's about somewhere between 5 and 6 hours, depending on if you take the toll road that kind of skirts around the north side of the Denver metro area and avoid a lot of the traffic. So that's basically our transportation around here. And we do travel a lot. We tend to measure stuff by hours and not by miles. But we all kind of know how long it takes to get to a certain town. It's kind of weird. But the towns are, if you've never been here, they're very far apart. They're typically like an hour spread out apart. So before you leave a town, you need to check your gas gauge to make sure you got enough gas so you're not running out in the next 60 miles or 100 miles. Like between Buffalo and Casper, there's just one place to get gas, and that would be in like right off the interstate, and that would be KC. So it's 45 minutes to KC, and then it's another hour beyond KC to get to Casper. And if you run out anywhere in between there, that's not going to be a fun day. So, and it's an hour to get over the mountain from here to Ten Sleep. I don't even know if Ten Sleep even has a gas station. You might have to go to Warland. They might have a gas station. But anyway, you always want to keep an idea on where's the gas station. And if you're like me and you're stupid and you drive a diesel truck that requires DEF, you got to watch for that too, and that's harder to find. Usually you can find that at the truck stops, or you're going to pay through the nose and buy it at like an O'Reilly's or you know, one of the car service places where you just get the little 1 or 2 gallon thing. But you can pick it up at the truck stops, but not all of them have it to where you can use it for your regular sized truck as opposed to a big rig. So okay, so as always, if you found this video helpful, please like it, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel so you'll get notified the next time I make a silly video. And if you have any questions about something you think I should do a future video on, please feel free to comment that down below, and I read all the comments. I try to get on every day or two to just kind of update and look at the comments. I haven't been making as many videos as I should. I've been traveling a lot, but figured I would just make a whole bunch today. I wouldn't bother with changing my shirt to make it look like it's another day. And yeah.